3, 2, 1. Here we are at day 2 of Monster Lake. Denny, what's the game plan for today?
Well, we checked the forecast, Dave, and I think everybody needs to really, before they get on the water, always take a look at what the conditions are when they get there. Check your forecast to see if you're going to have wind, where your barometric pressure is, so on and so forth, any incoming fronts. And I checked it, and today we're supposed to have wind this afternoon up to maybe 20-25 miles an hour. That's going to impact a lot of the guys trying to fish. Water temperature isn't going to change. It's right around 55. We're standing here in sunlight with a clear sky, no chance of rain. And a lot of guys wonder, I always tell them you need to get the big guys go early. On this lake, whatever the reason, the bite starts around 9 o'clock. You can still do that. You can go pound the shoreline at first light, and your chance is not going to be numbers, but it's going to be big fish. And for this lake, I'm not finding a lot of fish in close, so they're down because of the past weather fronts that have gone through here. So what I'm going to do when I get in the water, just waiting for a couple clients to come in right now. Fish we found yesterday were holding between 3 to 6 feet down. Didn't see a lot of fish working until about 11:30 maybe, when the calabatus hatch came off. That brought the trout up from the depths into the shallows, and they were feeding on the adults, not the pupa. That was yesterday. But those of us who were using seal buggers or leeches, stillwater bugs, that sort of thing, we were dropping them down. And what's interesting is that after the cast, you might make a 50-60 foot cast. Nothing happened in the first 40 feet of your retrieve. All the strikes, I'd say all, 90% of them were on the way up at the back end. So those fish were looking for something coming up, and that's where most of the fish that were hooked yesterday, that's where they were. But we got some big fish, got some big browns, some big rainbows, and I suspect today, if the wind doesn't come up until later, we'll do well again today. So that's the game plan. We're going to use intermediate lines, drop those flies down 3, 4, 5 feet, wait for the bite on the way up. And once the insects start, we'll go to the small stuff, 7-foot tip line, sink tip line, and we'll get them that way. So that's what we're going to do.